Hey, what's up, guys? It's Andrew Santowski making you another UFC Fight Night prediction video. This time the event is titled Sandhagen vs. Song. This is the top fight in the men's bantamweight division here. It's going down today, Saturday, September 17th, 2022. Fight start at 4 p.m. Eastern. So a nice early start time, man. I like that. And it's honestly, this is the type of main event I like seeing, guys. Two top premier bantamweight fighters, two guys ranked in the top 10 of the weight class. I wish more up-and-comers or guys that were in the top 15 headline cards, because these guys are the future of the sport, and these guys will be relevant for years to come. So let's get right into it, guys. First fight of the night, Nicholas Motta against Cameron Van Camp. This fight's taking place at lightweight. Nicholas Motta, he was a favorite in his first UFC fight. He got knocked out by Jim Miller. I think he kind of won the first round against Miller, but Jim Miller's a sneaky fighter, man. Jim Miller kind of see what you got before he really piles it on you, and that's what Nicholas Motta found out here. And like I said, he is a Contender Series vet. That's where he got signed from. He's going up against Cameron Van Camp, who I believe fought Andre Fiallo his last fight at welterweight. He's got a weird style to him, man. He seems kind of like slow moving, but he did have Fiallo hurt, I believe, before Fiallo finished him. But he did kind of have Fiallo hurt. He's kind of an all-around guy. He's got some submission wins and all that. Beat former UFC vet Dan Sticken. Lost to former UFC vet Bobby Volker. So we're gonna see how this fight plays out. I'm gonna slightly, I believe, side with Motta here. The betting odds are -155 Motta, +135 Van Camp. So this fight's telling you can go down either way. I'm gonna give Motta another shot on my predictions or on my picks. I'm gonna side with Motta here. Javid Basharat against Tony Gravely. Let's take a look at the odds real quick here. We got Basharat sitting at a -170. I made a mistake last time, guys. I faded Tony Gravely, not from a betting perspective, but from a picks perspective. I had got in on the hype of Johnny Munoz Jr., and I picked Johnny Munoz Jr. over Gravely. I like Tony Gravely, man. This guy's impressed me since he made his UFC debut, man. When he had that all-out grappling fest with Brett Johns. Seems so long ago, but man, this guy's been very active in the UFC, man. Since he came in 2020, this guy's fought several times, man. I got a lot of respect for that. That's telling me the guy's always in fight-ready shape and conditioning. No shame in that loss to Nate Maness. That was an absolute war. Good win over here over Simon Oliveira. Beat Burchak, beat De Freitas. Who knows? I mean, Gravely still might be coming into his own here, man. He's showing some nice power in his hands, man. We know this guy's got wrestling chops. Javid Basharat, his brother just got signed to the UFC. He's on a 13-fight win streak. He hasn't lost yet in his professional career. Beat Trevin Jones in his last fight. Don't know if I'm as high as on Trevin Jones as I was when he made his debut. I don't even think Trevin Jones is no longer signed to the UFC. I might be mistaken though. But I'm gonna side with Tony Gravely here. I'm not gonna. You know, everybody's got to take their UFC, their first professional loss and UFC loss. And Basharat, this might be his time. If not, it'll be coming up. But I'm going to side with Tony Gravely here as a +145 dog. Next up, fight that I'm kind of looking forward to as well. Maria Agapova against Jillian Robertson. Both these women kind of need a win here. Agapova, there was a lot of tense exchanges, tense words in the lead up to her last fight with Marina Morales, two former training partners. She took a L there. She just got absolutely manhandled on the ground here. And, you know, we've seen this before happen to Agapova, where sometimes it looks like she's really good on the ground, depending on her opponent, and then other times she just gets completely manhandled. Like in the Dobson fight where she gassed, and the Morales fight where she was just taken down and controlled. But she put on an absolute clinic against Sabina Mazo. And Jillian Robertson, she wants to do nothing but grapple. And, you know, Aldridge was just a better fighter there. There's no shame in losing to J.J. Aldridge. Even though it was a pick'em fight, Aldridge was just a class ahead. I'm going to side with Agapova in this fight, guys, because I believe Agapova has the considerably better stand-up, and I believe if she fights smart, she should be able to avoid the ground. I don't fault anybody for taking Robertson. We know Robertson's path of victory. But I'm really intrigued with this fight, guys. Really intrigued to see how this fight plays out. I like both these ladies. I'm going to side with Agapova here by decision. Trey Ogden against Daniel Zellhuber. Zellhuber, man, looked like an absolute beast on the Contender Series. I am going to side with this guy too, man. I think this guy's a very well-rounded fighter. Trey Ogden, he's a regional scene vet. He lost to Jordan Levitt in his last fight, in his UFC debut fight. He's been around the regional scene for a long time, so he's got the experience. But I'm going to side with Daniel Zellhuber. We know the UFC's trying to push this guy to get a win, and I'm going to side with him here. Denise Gomez against Lookboonmee. Denise Gomez, she won on the Contender Series a month ago. I don't know too much about her. Beat Milena Dudieva, former UFC fighter. A lot of decision wins. Lookboonmee, she's been beat. She has won. She just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like she really throws a lot of volume. Lost to Lupita Godinez in her last fight. Beat Sam Hughes. Beat Jin Frey, lost to Angela Hill. I'm going to side with Lookboonmee here. Just think she's the better all-around fighter. I don't really know what her ceiling is in the UFC. Great Thai fighter. We know that, guys. I'm going to side with her here, but like I said, I just don't have a really whole lot of faith in how this fight's going to play out. Trevin Giles against Luis Calce. Giles, I don't know how long he wants to continue his fighting career. He is a police officer, so he does have a full-time job outside of this, I believe. Lost to Michael Morales, lost to Duplessis. Like I said, the Morales fight was at 170. And he's going up against Luis Calce, who I know he hasn't fought in a while. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years since this guy fought. He lost to Sasha Palatnikov, who's no longer in the UFC, and just took an L on the regional scene. I'm going to side with Giles here, man. If Giles loses this, I can see the loser leave town, but I'm going to side with Giles. Damon Jackson against Pat Sabatini, two grapplers. Cannot wait to see how this fight plays out. Will not be surprised if Damon Jackson gets his hand raised. This guy's on an absolute tear, man. All props to this guy. This guy's just, he's really taken his UFC career to the next level. Pat Sabatini, former training partner of Paul Felder, that Philly gym, Renzo Gracie or whatever. Really looking forward to seeing how this gym plays out. You got guys like Sean Brady and Joe Pyfer, coming out of this gym. Same with Pat Sabatini. This guy is a grappling specialist. See how this fight plays out, man. I'm gonna decide with Pat Sabatini here, but it will not surprise me if Damon Jackson out-grapples this guy, or if it's a very high competitive fight, but I'm gonna side with Sabatini. Anthony Hernandez against Marc-Andre Barriault. Barriault's a tough dog, man. Tough fighting guy. Beat Jordan Wright in his last fight, in a fight that kind of like Jordan Wright, but he kind of just exposed Jordan Wright's ground game. Got quick knocked out by Chidi Njokuani. We know how good Njokuani is in his UFC tenure so far. Anthony Hernandez, this guy just seems like he's got a second gas tank, man. This guy looked absolutely unstoppable against Josh Fremd. Beat Rodolfo Vieira. I'm going to side with Anthony Hernandez here. Never thought I would say that, but I'm going to side with Anthony Hernandez here by decision. Tanner Boser against Rodrigo Nascimento. Two heavyweights I do not believe in. Boser hasn't fought in a very long time, over a year. Beat OSP. I was really high on this guy when he came in, but he just hasn't been active enough for me. I don't know exactly what's going on. There could be some, emotions since he is Canadian, and I'm sure he knows Elias Theodorou, who just passed away, so there could be some emotions heading into this fight. Rodrigo Nascimento, I think this guy popped for steroids or something. Hasn't fought in over a year or two. He looked really good when he made his UFC debut against Dontel Mays, but I'm going to side with Nascimento here, but these are just two guys I just do not trust nor believe in. Alan Amandovski against Joe Pyfer. Don't really know why the UFC still has Alan Amandovski on the roster. This guy Doesn't have a UFC win, I believe. He's fighting up a weight class now. He's fighting at middleweight. Joe Pyfer. I don't know, man. I don't really believe in this guy either. Seemed like he was kind of hurt when he came off that win over on the Contender Series against Ozzy Diaz. That was a great fight. It's been less than 2 months ago, and this guy's already making his UFC debut, and he's a heavy favorite. Zero faith in Alan Amadovsky, but Joe Pyfer at minus 560. Are you kidding me, man? I'm not that high on the guy, honestly. I'm gonna be real. Something just strikes me like he's just off a little bit, man. Like he's not UFC caliber. He picked up a nice win. He's a tough fighter, tough gym. He's got a great story, man, but I just don't think he's gonna be the UFC's obviously pushing for him to get a win here and move a little bit in the division, but I'm just not high in this guy's ceiling. I'm gonna side with Pyfer here, but no real faith in this fight. Andre Fili against Bill Algeo. Andre Fili might be ending the end of his UFC tenure here, man. This guy's been around probably 10 years, almost 10 years, and just did not look good in his last couple fights. So, who knows how bad he really wants this. Bill Algeo, this guy's looked really good, man. Herbert Burns had him in some bad positions, but he weathered the storm and put the damage on Herbert Burns. I'm going to side with Bill Algeo here, man. This guy really wants it. He's a tough fighter. He's a blue-collar guy, man. I like Bill Algeo here. Chidi Njokuani against Gregory Rodriguez. Two guys. Hate to see these guys pitted up against each other. Two middleweight prospects. I like both these guys. Chidi Njokuani has done nothing but impress me since he came over from Bellator, man. He just, kind of, if you guys remember Anthony Njokuani, man, it was, a guy didn't really pan out in the UFC. This guy, he's looked like an absolute phenom in the UFC. Ground and pound win on the Contender Series against Mario Souza. Destroyed Marc-Andre Barriault in 18 seconds. Destroyed Dusko Todorovic in the first round. Gregory Rodriguez, he's chinny, man. This guy is going to throw too. And if Chidi can't get this guy out of there, man, Gregory Rodriguez has a nasty ground game. And he is a nasty guy, man. They call him RoboCop. The guy just keeps coming forward, man. He will not stop. Even when he seems gassed, this guy just comes forward. You can see, guys, I've been on this guy. And I've only faded him that one time against Armin Petrosian. That guy's really good, too. So this is going to be a great fight, guys, man. Whoever wins, I'm excited for it. But I'm going to side with Chidi here, man. I don't think Gregory is going to overcome that initial reach disadvantage when Chidi's fresh. And I think Chidi might test this guy's chin and put him out. My pick will be Chidi Njokuani. Corey Sandhagen against Yadong Song. First, when the odds first came out, I first thought that, man, how can't you take Yadong? 3-fight win streak. He retired Marlon Moraes, who just unretired, and he just signed with PFL. Surprise, surprise. But good for Marlon. I thought that was kind of an early retirement, but the guy took a significant amount of damage in the UFC. But back to Yadong Song. Destroyed Julio Arce, beat Casey Kenny, beat Marlon Moraes. Corey Sandhagen, guys have fought in a year. Hasn't fought since the interim bantamweight title fight against Peter Yan in Abu Dhabi. He won the first round, but I do believe he lost 49-46. He lost the second, third, fourth, fifth rounds to Yan. And, Yan's a tough dude. And that TJ Dillashaw fight, I thought Dillashaw deserved to win there. Corey Sandhagen just let himself be controlled too many times on the ground for too long. A fight that he should have absolutely won. Dillashaw's knee was blown out. He couldn't pick up the W, but he still got rewarded with the interim title shot. Didn't pick up the win there, but he gained a lot of experience. This guy's shown that he can go 5 rounds, and this guy is a potent finisher too. Beat Edgar, beat Marlon Moraes. This guy is a dangerous dude, man. Lost to Sterling. His grappling got exposed. His grappling's not going to get exposed by Song. He's got to worry about Song early, but I think Sandhagen is just a better 5-round fighter here. Avoid the power of Song, which is easier said than done, but this should be Sandhagen's fight, man. I'm not going to doubt Sandhagen in this fight. My pick will be Corey Sandhagen. So guys, I'm going to recap my picks here. Sandhagen, Njokuani, Algeo, Pyfer, Nascimento, Hernandez, Sabatini, Giles, Lookboonmee, Zellhuber, Agapova, Gravely, and Motta.